Hey everyone, it's Vin, and we got some leaks for the OP16 booster box. I know I'm a little bit late since I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have already seen all the leaks already. However, what I want to talk about is whether or not it's worth buying a ton of boxes for this set, since we do know that OP17 will be right after. It is an anniversary set, so do you really want to spend your money on this for OP16 or just hold and wait for OP17? Because right now, some of the cards are looking really nice for 16. Like this Moby Dick, Newgate, and Marco. I would say the Moby Dick looks really cool as an stage card, whereas this Newgate card goes so hard in terms of his pose. I really like it. I kind of want to get one, even though I'm not a red player. I just think that I don't know. This pose looks so sick for Newgate. It just looks amazing, and I think they did a really good job with the colors. Like the blue looks so nice. I'm a huge sucker for good blue backgrounds. You just cards that incorporate like a nice shade of blue, since I think it pops really well with cards, especially like the koala from OP-05. That blue looks so good. Even though I never really played Bello Betty, I got a four of that because just the colors look so nice. So I think once we get like in hand footage of this Newgate, I think I'm probably gonna want to cop this. I feel like this blue will look really nice. Also with this Moby Dick. This Marco I don't really care too much about. However, these two I think look sick. Whereas we have for the purple cards, we do have the three admirals. I don't really care too much about these, so to be honest, for me, it's kind of a pass. I don't know. I think based from the East, or like people testing it, like Sengoku, the leader itself, is all right. However, he just goes very low on hand size super fast because he plays out these three guys from his hand. He might not be like a good meta call, and I think that the cards look all right. I'm like whatever on these personally. Moving on, of course, there are three mangas in this set, so this could be a good reason to buy this just for the fact that there are three mangas, where typically it's usually like one to two mangas per set. It's who knows how they'll do it moving forward, since we're no longer going to be having a mishmash of like a main set and like an EB set anymore. Like since like OP14, OP15 were kind of an anomaly since they're trying to catch up with the East. So we'll see how Bandai moves forward with the amount of mangas and amount of like special cards in a set, since they're gonna have to kind of like justify to consumers why they should buy a set that's not an anniversary set. Like think back to OP08, OP10. Those two sets are pretty ass. They only have one manga. The mangas aren't even that great. There's not really much going on for those two sets. And then going from OP11 to OP14 with the four Emperor special cards, that really gives an incentive to purchase those boxes. Like OP11 for sure with that Luffy SP. That is like the main driving force why that set is so expensive. And it's a main set, nothing too crazy about it. Just the fact that there's like an extra incentive on top makes it more so desirable. So here in OP16, since they're having three mangas in set, that's going to make it more desirable as well. So I know it's the admirals. I don't know how popular they are. Of course, I would say Sakazuki is probably the least popular out of the three. It might be like Kuzan, then Borsolino, then Sakazuki in terms of popularity. Maybe, I'm not entirely sure. However, I do think that having just three mangas in and of itself does make it a little bit more enticing of a set. So we'll see how they move forward after OP17 to see how many mangas they do for a set, because it could die down. They could make it one manga again and just make it kind of meh. We don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Moving on with some of the green cards, I would say Luffy's meh. Ivankov, whatever. I would say probably the highlight of this one, or based on this leak, is the Boa. I think there's plenty of Boa supporters, so this card will probably fetch a decent price. It's a waifu card for sure. We have the blue cards with the Impel Down support. I don't care about any of these. Of course, Buggy fans will probably scoop these all up, since most likely these will be cheap cards. I don't think they're desirable at all. So, yeah, I don't really care about these. We do have this one, Impel Down Slave or something. I forgot what it's called, but this is pretty sick since you could play a ton of these. It's not limited to 4. You can just keep on. You can have a ton of these in your deck. But I honestly also don't care too much about this card. It is a treasure rare too, so kind of a shit treasure rare to be honest. I don't really fancy this, but this is also for Japanese, so we'll see if the English treasure rare will be the same because typically the treasure rares are region exclusive. So I don't think this will be our treasure rare. I don't think so. It'll probably be something else. We have Ace and Luffy, Ace Secret, Luffy alt art right here. I think these two look really sick actually. So kind of wanting to get this maybe. Otherwise, if I don't get it, I'm not really too pressed about it honestly. This is whatever for me to be honest. We do have some Wano support with for the Yamato. I honestly don't care too much about these either. I think maybe Yamato might be popular because it's Yamato. So Yamato is a fairly popular character. Momo looks kind of cool, but otherwise meh. We have some Teach support. Teach is looking really promising as a leader for OP16. So I'm fairly certain that Teach will be expensive. I think the secret altar looks sick. This will be a card to get for sure if we are to see that Teach does do good into the meta. Keep your eyes out on this. However, I would like to get this. I would. The Teach. This is I Am Whitebeard. Dumb card. I don't know what Bandai is doing. 8 Dawn, you could play a Marshall D Teach, and the opponent takes a life. Like, huh? Why are we doing this to yellow? I don't know. But the manga altered event looks really sick. Gotta see this in hand. However, so far looking off of this, looks pretty fire. This is certainly a chase. This is a chase for sure. And I think it's just so far just one manga altar event released so far, leaked so far. Typically it's like 2 to 3, so we'll see how many more they release if there is any left. And oof, the SPs. If you are looking to buy this set, I would say certainly the SPs are the chases to go for. Like, I could care less about the mangas and the SPs. I'm just so glad they brought back the OP-04 SP style. I really liked this style, one of my favorites, and this Robin is gonna be a huge chase for a lot of people. It looks great. The Kuma looks amazing. Cavendish looks good with and Katakuri. Like, oh my god, I want that ace so bad. This goes so hard, so hard. Like, oh my god, I can't believe Tashigi of all characters gets so many SPs for some reason. I don't know what they're thinking. Just Tashigi keeps on getting SPs, so there's another one. I could care less about Tashigi, to be honest. I want that ace. This ace looks amazing. Katakuri looks sick. Robin and Kuma, oh my god. Like, I would say this set is certainly a very enticing set for these SPs. Like, I need to get my hands on these. I need to. I hope I can. But I'm pretty sure Ace would be very expensive, and like Robin would be very expensive because it's like a waifu, you know? It's Robin. Yeah, overall, OP16 I think looks like a fairly promising set. However, I know that there are some people in my vicinity that are probably gonna skip this set since OP17 is right around the corner afterwards. OP16 is releasing in English on June 12th, whereas for OP17 it's in August 28th. So that's June, July, August. That's like 2 months away, you know? So it is fairly close. People might be saving money for OP17 because we don't know this. I don't know how credible this leak is, to be honest. I like, it's whatever. Forget these cards since it's like AI garbage or whatever. I don't know. But apparently OP17 will include 3 manga cards with Shanks, Kaido, and Linlin in a regular, silver, and a new rarity version for these 3. And there's also a special Luffy card that's supposed to be confirmed. I guess this could make a lot of sense since it's Elbaf themed. If this is to be true, then of course the set will go hard since it is an anniversary set. I think overall OP16 seems like a pretty good set to get. I would say at least for like a couple boxes. If it's too expensive, then forget about it. You can just save your money for OP17 because that's when shit's gonna hit the fan like crazy. I think it's gonna go insane in terms of the hype. we'll see once more leaks come out, because also OP-17 is when we finally have the West and the East finally on the same timeline in terms of release schedules. So now we should be having reveals at the same time now, and formats will be the same now finally. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. What do you guys think about OP-17 and OP-16? Let me know, and I need these SPs. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.